In this episode of Journey Back, I'm going to be talking about reincarnation and DNA.
You're listening to Journey Back, the podcast about past life regressions, ghosts, and much more with your host, Cliff Aguirre.
Since we travel through many lives and live within many bodies, the question is, how is DNA attached to us in each life? It seems as though DNA is more of a story that we attach to each life's experience based upon the family we choose to be born into. For instance, who I was in my last life had different parents and grandparents from who I have in this life. The family DNA would be different for each life. In the previous life, the DNA would tell the story of that past family and not my present family. So do we take on the family DNA to work through issues and experiences associated with the family we are born into? When we join another family in a different life, then we work through the issues and share in the experiences of the family. So as we have different experiences in different lives, and we are born into each life with goals and things to learn and resolve, we must be choosing the DNA that is associated with the family that we are born into and the experiences that come with it. That DNA must then have been planted into the body when the body was being formed. The egg of the mother, the sperm of the father, carries the DNA of the present family. Then our soul enters the body. Because we have two people from different families creating a body, the DNA would then be a mix of the experience of each family's lineage. That influences who we are, but we are still bringing with us our own personality traits within our soul. If we seem complicated sometimes, that could be caused by the DNA soup, which we are a part of, and the ingredients that we add. When we try to figure out and unravel the truth behind why we do what we do in life, we have to look at the ingredients of the DNA soup and decide how much we want it to influence us. We have the ability to influence and change the hold that the DNA soup has over us and the future of the generations to come. That is part of the reason why we are born into a particular family, to influence and change the story of the family experience. We have known each family. We are not just blindly born into a random family. Picture a list of all the things that you want to accomplish in your life. The list will be different for each life. Then picture the people who will participate in wanting to work on the same goals. Then you break it down further as to what lives we have shared in the past as a family, and what goals we have as an individual within the family, and what goals the whole family has to work on. Resolve past issues, influence change for the family. With this in mind, the DNA created by the family is used by the family to continue on with what needs to be worked on. So it seems that DNA is the historical database of this particular family unit. In the end, DNA research study, as it stands now, is only seeing the DNA and the history of the present family lineage. To further expand the thinking about DNA and our experiences, memories also play a key part in molding who we are. So even though we don't join the DNA of the past family in our present life, the memories of what we experienced in that previous life can still influence us. So this means that we are influenced on many levels. Scientists have discovered that the trauma of grandparents and parents are implanted in the DNA that travels through the family lineage and affect each generation. So do the memories of the experiences of past lives influence the DNA of the present family? Are they added to the DNA soup, or are the past life memories kept separate? We're a multifaceted people, so there is still more to discover in regards to the full picture of our existence. Our existence is more complicated than just being born into a life. There is still more to think about and more to discover about who we are. Thank you for listening. Remember that you can buy my books and music at Amazon or at cliffbooksmusic.com. Follow the Journey Back podcast to hear future shows, and don't forget to click that like button and share my Journey Back channel with others who might find it interesting. Remember that you're living your future past life, so make it worth looking back on.